Howdy, I'm James Victoria and this is Dangerous Ideas. And remember, Oscar Wilde said, an idea that is not dangerous isn't worthy of being called an idea. Why we call it Dangerous Ideas is because it is a threat. It is a threat to your ego and to your sense of security, whether it's financial or work or creative sense of security. Threat to your level of comfort. So, welcome to Dangerous Ideas. I have an idea for you today, and it starts with a little story. A number of years ago, a friend of mine, a curator, asked me to be involved in an exhibition she was putting together. And it was going to be in the Netherlands in a big castle, and I said, "Oh, this sounds great." I said, "But I don't want to show any posters. I don't want to, I kind of get tired of doing that thing. I want to expand my creative oeuvres. So I said, here's what I'll do. And I made her a set of buttons. So when you go into a museum, they give you a button that says MoMA or it says, Met or whatever, and it wears, so it just shows that you paid and you're in there. So I made her a set. I made her two. And they both had a little card. And one said hero, and the other one said victim. So what happened is, as people were coming into the museum, they were being handed these buttons. You only get one, and you don't get to choose. So what I was doing was I was labeling people. It was my own little kind of social experiment. I was labeling people as victim, as hero. And then what happened at the end of the opening, right, there was a big gala, and we had a camera crew interview people about the buttons, whether they felt comfortable. And a lot of people were, even during the show, a lot of people were looking to trade their buttons off, right? And the thing they didn't want is they didn't want hero. Nobody wanted to be a hero. And I thought that was fascinating. We felt more comfortable playing the role of victim. Literally, playing the role. I personally love playing the role of hero. It's a challenge to me. When my first son was born, all of my friends knew that I hated being a parent. I hated parenting. You know why? Because I had to do everything that I don't want to do. I had to be tolerant. I had to be patient. I had to look at people in the eye when I was talking to them. Right? I had to be kind to people when I didn't want to be kind to them. Do you know why? Because I needed to set an example for my son. I need to be a leader for him so he can understand what that is. I needed to be a hero to him. I needed to assume that role. With him, with my boy, I had to do all these things I didn't like, and what that did is that pulled me out of childhood. It did not allow me to be a baby. It allowed me to become a man, to become better than myself. Being a hero is just a role we assume. The guy who disarmed the shooter in a Waffle House recently, he didn't wake up and say, I'm going to be a hero. He did something that he felt was the right thing to do. He jumped in to do the right thing, not knowing the outcome. Like a fireman. Fireman, nobody wants to, it is irrational to run into a burning building. But they love more than they fear. They love the idea of saving a life. They love the idea of life itself more than they fear. We can assume the role of hero in short bursts. But let me tell you this, that short burst is a glimpse of what you're capable of. Whether it's a fireman, whether it's doing something, saving a child in the street that you read about in the news, climbing up 5 stories outside of a building in France to save a baby, these things are just glimpses of what we're capable of on a daily basis. It's a glimpse of who we can potentially be. And I don't care if it's like walking into your boss's office, your boss who is a baby, and becoming an adult in front of him and not accepting that bullshit, or if it's just asking for more money when you deserve it. These little bits of heroism in our lives, these show us what we're potentially capable of. This is a great glimpse. We enjoy the role of victim, but the role of victim means that we're not in charge. The life moves along and we're part of it. We're in a current. We're not in charge of it. Most people are happy with that. I'm not. I want to swim to the shore and look around and say, hey, wait a minute. This is not where I wanted to go. There's more here. There's more potential, and I can summon that strength in short bursts. Interesting idea, the idea of accepting victimhood, or in short bursts, accepting your role as hero. And there are many people who are uncomfortable with that word, hero. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why you're such a fucking coward that you can't accept that role in your life. I'm James Victore. I'll be your private dancer. I'll do whatever it is to make you better, to make you more conscious, to make you more aware, to make you square off your shoulders and put out your chin for a fucking day, for an hour, for 5 minutes and say, I got this. It's all good. It's all gravy. It's all gonna be good. It's a done deal. I'm a hero. You guys rock. I roll. Dangerous Ideas, James Victore. I'm out of here. Thank you. Bye-bye.